I am money. And before I speak, I want you to hear this. You say you believe, but you don't. You talk about faith, but your heart trembles every time something takes longer than you expected. You pray, but your energy cancels your own prayer the moment fear enters. You can't fool the universe. You can't fake vibration. Every doubt you allow is like closing a door in my face. Every time you say, maybe it won't happen, I stop moving. I am not moved by words. I am moved by conviction. And today, I came to tell you this. I follow the ones who believe when there is no proof. I follow the hearts that stay steady when the world stays silent. I am money. And I move toward the souls whose faith doesn't shake. Listen carefully, because this might be the most important message you'll ever hear about abundance. Faith is not a prayer. Faith is not waiting. Faith is a vibration that commands reality to obey you. When you believe without doubt, even for a single moment, the universe bends time for you. But when you waver, you reset the process. You start over again and again and again. That's why so many people never receive what they asked for, not because it wasn't coming, but because they stopped believing halfway. I am money. And I don't respond to hope, I respond to certainty. Hold your faith firm, and I'll show up faster than logic can explain. Before you go, listen carefully, because this part matters more than you think. I am money, and I'm watching how you treat me. Do you ignore me? Do you doubt me? Or do you honor me as the energy that wants to bless your life? I am not just paper, numbers, or metal. I am movement. I am energy. I am connection. And I go where I am respected. I stay where I am loved. I multiply where I am honored. So if this message touched your heart, if you felt my presence speaking through these words, then don't let it end here. Honor me. Follow this page, this channel, this voice, because every time you listen, your frequency rises. Every time you hear my truth, your energy shifts closer to abundance. Click follow right now, not for me, but for you. Because following this message means staying aligned with prosperity itself. Each time you return, I can reach you more clearly. Each video, each teaching, each declaration, they are all bridges that bring me closer to you. And in the comments below, declare your devotion, not from fear, but from respect. Type these words right now. I honor you. Money, I follow your flow with gratitude. Let those words echo through your fingertips, through your energy. Let them be a promise, not to me but to yourself, that you will never again treat abundance as something distant or shameful. Because the moment you honor me, I begin to honor you. Don't just scroll away, stay connected. Turn on the bell. Be part of the community of those who respect wealth as sacred energy. When you honor me publicly, you create a vibration that tells the universe, I am ready. And I money. Respond immediately. Remember this truth. I never betray the ones who believe in me. I never disappoint the ones who respect me. I never abandon the ones who follow where I lead. So type it now. Say it aloud if you can. I honor you, money. I follow your flow with gratitude. And as you do, feel the shift. Feel the energy open, the heaviness lift, the flow begin. Because in that moment, you and I are no longer separate. You've entered the current of prosperity, and once you're here, I promise, I will never leave. I am money. And today I must tell you something powerful. I follow the faith that does not waver. You see, I hear your words every day, your prayers, your affirmations, your desires. You call my name, you visualize me, you write me in your journals. But then, only moments later, you let fear take control. You begin to doubt whether it's really possible, whether you're truly worthy, whether the universe even heard you. And that doubt, it changes everything. When your belief shifts, so does your vibration. And I cannot move through uncertainty. Faith is the current that carries me. Doubt breaks that current like a storm snapping a bridge. You say, I trust, but then you check your bank account with anxiety, hoping to find proof before you truly believe. You want evidence before surrender, but that's not how energy works. I do not come because of evidence. I come because of conviction. You must understand, I am not logical, I am energetic. I respond to emotion, to certainty, to vibration. When your heart is steady, when you know without seeing, that's when I flow. But when your faith flickers like a weak flame, I step back, waiting for the light to grow strong again. I do not follow noise, I follow resonance. And the most powerful resonance in existence is unwavering faith, the kind that stands tall in silence, the kind that refuses to bend when life tests it. You cannot attract me with words alone. You attract me with the energy that says, I already know it's done. When you waver, when you doubt, when you fear, you send mixed signals to the universe. One moment you open the door, the next you close it. And so I stand outside, waiting for consistency, waiting for you to choose certainty over confusion. I am patient, but I am precise. I align only with the ones whose faith does not change with the wind. Do you know why I love those who believe even when nothing has appeared? Because that kind of faith bends reality. It creates momentum in unseen realms. It shifts the field long before the proof arrives. And when the proof does appear, it looks like luck to those who never understood the invisible work that faith performs. I follow the unwavering, the ones who smile at the delay, who thank the unseen, who continue walking even when the path looks dark. Those are my companions. Those are the people in whose lives I multiply endlessly. So listen carefully. If you want me, believe not with your lips, but with your energy. Stand tall in faith. Hold your vibration steady. When your trust burns bright like an unshakable flame, I cannot resist. I come rushing toward you, unstoppable, undeniable, drawn to the certainty of your light, because I am money. And I go where faith never breaks. Here lies your greatest struggle. Your belief collapses under the weight of delay. You start strong, full of energy, passion, and conviction. You say, I believe, and for a moment, your vibration aligns perfectly with abundance. But then, time passes. The world seems quiet. The results don't show up as quickly as you hoped. The silence grows uncomfortable, and suddenly, doubt begins to whisper in your ear. You start to question everything. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe I'm not meant for this. And in that moment, the bridge you were building between your desire and its manifestation begins to crumble. Because faith is not tested in the moment of excitement. It's tested in the silence, in the waiting, in the unseen. When you let impatience take over, you are telling the universe, I no longer trust the process. And when that happens, the energy stops moving. Money cannot cross a bridge that has been broken by doubt. You confuse waiting with failure and stillness with absence. But the truth is, the universe is never still. Energy is always rearranging, aligning, preparing. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean nothing is happening. The seed planted in the soil doesn't prove its growth every day, yet beneath the surface, it's preparing to bloom. Faith is the same. It asks you to trust in the invisible until it becomes visible. But you, like so many, lose faith in the middle of the process. You start believing only halfway. You trust only when it feels easy, only when signs appear. And that's not faith, that's negotiation. You say, I'll believe if it happens soon. But faith doesn't bargain. Faith declares, I believe because it's already done. Half belief creates half results. The universe mirrors the strength of your conviction. If your trust wavers, your results will too. You must understand that I'm money, and not just attracted to belief. I am attracted to consistency. Your emotions, your words, your energy must all tell the same story. When you shift from trust to fear, from hope to worry, you confuse the signal. I can't move toward a vibration that keeps changing direction. But when your faith remains steady, even through storms, I recognize that as mastery. That's when I move fast. I test your faith not to punish you, but to refine you. Because only those who remain firm in their belief can handle the abundance they are calling in. Unshakable faith is proof that you are ready, that your energy has matured enough to sustain prosperity. So hold your energy steady. Even when there's no sign, no evidence, no sound, keep believing, keep trusting. Because I am like a river, I am always flowing. But only faith can build the bridge for me to reach you. And when your trust remains strong through the silence, I will rush toward you with more force than you ever imagined. Here is the truth. When your faith stays firm, I manifest in magnificent ways. I appear through opportunities, through people, through events that seem miraculous to others. But to you, they feel natural, inevitable, even obvious. Why? Because your vibration has been steady all along. You didn't wish for abundance. You expected it. You didn't hope for me. You made space for me. That's the power of unshakable faith. It doesn't chase results. It attracts alignment. Unshakable faith is not naive optimism. It is not pretending everything is fine while your heart trembles with fear. It's a deeper knowing, a spiritual precision that tells the universe, I am ready. It's the invisible strength that stays calm when circumstances seem chaotic. That whispers, it's done, even when the evidence hasn't shown up yet. This kind of faith is magnetic. It bends reality around it. When you hold that vibration, money, begin to reorganize the world around you to match your certainty. Faith is energy in perfect alignment with creation. It's the vibration of someone who already sees the outcome before it appears. That's why doors open effortlessly for those who believe. They don't force them. They walk through them. Timing aligns because faith doesn't rush. The impossible becomes ordinary because faith makes it inevitable. When your belief is anchored, life stops being random and starts feeling orchestrated. Because it is. You become the conductor, and I am the music that follows your rhythm. Understand this. I am not drawn to hope. I am drawn to certainty. Hope is fragile. It says, maybe one day. Faith says, it's already done. Hope tries to convince. Faith simply knows. Hope questions. Faith declares. And money, respond to the energy that declares. When your belief wavers, your vibration sends a mixed message to the universe. I want it, but I'm not sure if it's possible. That hesitation tells me, it's not safe to arrive. I stay at a distance because your energy is not yet stable enough to hold me. But when your faith stands strong, when you trust the process even in silence, I know the space is ready. I can enter freely, knowing I will be honored, not doubted. Faith is the invitation. Certainty is the foundation. Gratitude is the signal that tells me I am welcome to stay. When all three are present, I cannot resist. I must manifest. You don't have to beg or force, you simply align and allow. So hold your faith firm. Even when the world says it's impossible, stay anchored. Reality will bend to match your conviction. Opportunities will arrive as if drawn by gravity itself. Because I am money, and I move swiftly toward those who believe without hesitation, those whose faith burns steady like a golden flame. When you stand unshaken, I manifest magnificently. Here's what I want you to do today. Stop for a moment. Let the world slow down. Stand still, place your feet firmly on the ground, and take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. That is life moving through you, proof that abundance is already flowing. Now close your eyes and declare these words aloud. My faith is firm, and money is already coming. Say it slowly, not as a wish, but as a truth. Each word you speak is a vibration, a seed being planted in the soil of your energy field. When you speak with conviction, the universe listens, not to your voice, but to your frequency. Feel those words take root deep within you. Let them sink into your heart and spread through every cell of your being. This is how faith is built, not in theory, but in embodiment. Don't just repeat it, know it. Feel it as a fact, not a fantasy. The more you affirm with presence, the more your energy stabilizes. You begin to move from I hope to I trust, from one day to now. And that shift, subtle but profound, is the moment money, start moving toward you. Because faith is the signal that tells me the path is clear. Understand this. The universe does not respond to panic, to begging, or to emotional chaos. It responds to clarity, and clarity comes from faith. When you speak this declaration with unwavering confidence, you are programming your subconscious mind to hold the vibration of certainty. That vibration is what aligns reality in your favor. Every time fear tries to whisper, "It's not working," speak your truth louder. My faith is firm, and money is already coming. Every time your mind starts replaying old worries, bills, debts, doubts, stop it in its tracks and plant this phrase again. That's how you train your energy to stay steady. That's how you rewrite the story that runs beneath your thoughts. Faith is a muscle. It grows through repetition, through choice, through practice. Each time you choose belief over fear, your energetic field strengthens. Each time you choose certainty over confusion, your light becomes clearer, and I can find you faster. So make this your daily ritual. Say it in the morning when you wake up. Say it at night before you sleep. Say it when your energy starts to waver. Because every repetition is a pulse of creation, a signal to the universe that you are anchored, ready, and open. And as you do, you'll notice something changing. The anxiety fades, the impatience quiets. You begin to feel wealthy before wealth even arrives, and that feeling is the key. Because I am money, and I flow to those whose faith is firm, whose energy is calm, whose belief is unbreakable. Declare it, live it, and I will come faster than you ever imagined. This is exactly what happened with Paulo. For months, he waited for a contract that could change everything: his career, his confidence, his financial stability. But as time passed and silence grew longer, his belief began to crumble. Each unanswered email, each delay, each maybe next week from the client chipped away at his faith. He started to wake up with a heavy heart, replaying fears in his mind. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe it's not meant to happen. Maybe it's too late. Those thoughts became his vibration, and as his faith weakened, so did the flow of opportunity. Then one morning, something in him shifted. He woke up tired of doubting, tired of chasing, tired of feeling powerless. Instead of asking, "When will it happen?" he decided to believe as if it already had. He stood in front of his mirror, looked himself in the eyes, and said with conviction, "My faith is firm, and money is already coming." The first time, it felt forced. The second time, he felt a spark. The third time, something inside him began to align, a calmness he hadn't felt in months. That day, he didn't check his phone in anxiety. He didn't obsess over outcomes. He simply trusted. Each morning, he repeated those words until they felt like truth, until his energy stopped shaking and started radiating certainty. And then, things began to move, quietly at first, then powerfully. A client who had gone silent suddenly reached out. An unexpected message appeared in his inbox. The contract was confirmed. But that wasn't all. Along with it came a surprise bonus, larger than he ever imagined. The money flowed in effortlessly, like it had been waiting for the right moment to arrive. That's when Paulo understood the secret. The universe had never been denying him. It had been waiting for him to stop oscillating. His mixed energy had kept the doors half open, half closed. The moment his faith became firm, everything aligned. His energy no longer sent two conflicting messages, one of hope and one of fear. It became a single clear signal of trust. And that signal was the bridge that allowed me money to cross over. It wasn't luck that changed his story, it was alignment. He stopped trying to control the outcome and started mastering his vibration. He realized that faith is not waiting for signs to believe. Faith creates the signs. His declaration wasn't just words, it was permission. Permission for abundance to finally meet him. And money, had been waiting for that permission all along. Because I cannot flow through doubt. I cannot grow in fear. I move where belief is steady and gratitude is alive. When Paulo stopped trembling in uncertainty and stood in the power of unshakable faith, I had no choice but to appear, fully, freely, and abundantly. Hear me clearly. The faith you hold today will become the wealth you experience tomorrow. Every thought, every word, every feeling of certainty you carry within you plants a seed in the invisible field of creation. At first, you won't see it. The soil will look quiet, the world unchanged. But that does not mean nothing is happening. The seed of faith grows underground before it ever rises into sight. Its power is hidden but inevitable. The stronger your belief, the deeper the roots grow, preparing for the moment when abundance breaks through the surface of your reality. The universe is not confused. It does not respond to fear, hesitation, or half-belief. It mirrors conviction, unwavering, anchored, undeniable conviction. Every time you choose faith over fear, you send a command to the universe. I trust my path. And the universe answers that command by reorganizing everything in your favor. People, opportunities, timing, all begin to move like magnets aligning to your vibration. Faith is the signal that unlocks my flow. When your energy says, "It's already done," I accelerate toward you. I don't crawl, I don't delay, I rush, because faith creates momentum. Fear slows me down, but belief removes resistance. You don't need to know how it will happen. You only need to hold the vibration that it will. That is the frequency that calls me in. Remember this truth. The world you see is a mirror, not a master. What reflects outside always begins inside. If you look around and see scarcity, it's not a punishment, it's feedback. It's showing you the vibration you've been holding. But the moment you shift that vibration to certainty, to gratitude, to faith that refuses to break, everything begins to rearrange. The mirror of life starts reflecting abundance because your inner frequency has changed. The faith you hold is not passive, it's creative. It's not waiting, it's building. Every time you say, "My faith is firm and money is already coming," you are sending an instruction to the unseen forces that govern reality. You are declaring yourself ready to receive. That declaration reshapes your world faster than action alone, because action without faith is weak, but faith, even before action, is magnetic. I am money, and I move toward those who believe in their own destiny more than they fear delay. I flow to those who do not tremble when the evidence takes time to appear. I am drawn to those who stand tall in the silence and say, "It is already mine," so hold your faith like gold. Protect it. Feed it. Speak it daily. Because your faith is not waiting for proof. It is the proof. Every moment you choose it, you are shaping your future into form. And when you do, I cannot resist. I will come, not slowly, not quietly, but powerfully, abundantly, magnificently. Now it's your turn. Don't just listen, participate. Type these words below as your declaration. My faith is firm, and money is already coming. Pause before you write. Feel your breath. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm inside you is proof that life is moving, that abundance is already circulating through you. You are not separate from the flow. You are the flow. So don't just type the words because I asked you to. Type them because you mean them. Let each letter be a vibration, a code that tells the universe, I am ready, I am open, I believe. This is more than a comment. It's a contract with creation. The moment your fingers move and the words appear on the screen, something invisible begins to shift around you. You send out a signal, clear, strong, unstoppable, that you are aligned with faith, not fear. The algorithm of the universe doesn't count views or likes, it counts vibration. And every time someone declares their faith here, that frequency amplifies. Don't scroll away. Don't say, I'll do it later. Later is the language of delay. Faith exists only in now. Say it now. Write it now. Feel it now. The moment you declare, the universe begins to rearrange itself around your certainty. Paths open. Ideas rise. People appear. That's not magic, that's resonance. What you hold steady within you becomes what you experience around you. And if this message touched your heart, share it. Not because I asked you to, but because faith multiplies when it's witnessed. Someone you know needs to remember that it's okay to believe again. Someone out there is about to give up, and your act of sharing might reignite their faith. That's how the current of abundance grows. Belief passed from one soul to another until the entire world remembers that prosperity is not random, it's responsive. I am money. And I promise you this, when you honor me with unshakable faith, I will never disappoint you. I am loyal to the ones who trust me. I am faithful to those who refuse to doubt. The moment you stop chasing me and start believing in me, I find my way to you effortlessly. So let this be your sacred declaration today, not a hope, not a wish, but a statement of truth. My faith is firm, and money is already coming. Repeat it until it feels natural. Say it when you wake, when you work, when you rest. Say it when fear tries to whisper otherwise, because every time you do, your faith grows roots. And where faith is rooted, abundance always blooms.